Hi everyone. In this session, we can have the discussion about the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 10 straight lines. So let's begin with the very first question. Question number 1. Find the values of k for which the line k minus 3 times x minus 4 minus k square times y plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0 is, the first one, it is parallel to x-axis. So first of all, we should know when a line is parallel to x-axis, which are the things that we know, the basic things we know about that parallel to x-axis case. So let me draw the x-axis and y-axis first. So on the Cartesian plane, we can mark that x and y-axis, OX and x dash, y dash. So here we are going to draw a line which is parallel to x-axis. So the first case means parallel to x-axis. So here it is the line L that is parallel to x-axis. If a line is parallel to x-axis, we know first of all the slope of the line is 0. So m turns to be 0 in that case, and related with the equation of a line parallel to x-axis, it is of the form y equals a constant term, let it be y equal to b, where b is a constant. So in this condition, we can apply either the slope form. If it is the slope of the line, it is 0. Based on that, we can solve the question, or related with equation of the line parallel to x-axis. In both the cases, we'll get the same answer. Let's have a look into that question now. So the first condition, parallel to x-axis. So here I am going to write down that equation of the line in standard form. So the straight line, it represents ax plus by plus c equal to 0. The slope of the line m equals negative a divided by b. So we just have the comparison between the given straight line k minus 3 times x minus 4 minus k square y plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. From that we can enlist the values of a, b and c. So here it is a equals, if you do compare, a gets you k minus 3 and b equals negative of 4 minus k square. So for the time being means we don't want that value for c, so I am just taking the value for a and b. So we can substitute in that slope m equals negative a by b. So if you do substitute in that one, we will get it as the slope m equals negative a, that means negative of k minus 3 upon negative of 4 minus k square. So the negative will get cancelled from that. We are getting the final answer, the slope of the line as k minus 3 upon 4 minus k square. So as we said, if a line is parallel to x-axis, the slope it is equal to 0. So we can equate the slope with 0. So I am just replacing the value of m, the slope here as 0 itself. So 0 means we can write on it as 0 by 1. So if I am equating, we are getting the answer as k minus 3. We are doing the cross multiplication over here. So k minus 3 equals 0. So what is the value of k? K equal to 3. So in one way we got, using the concept of slope, the value of k as 3. So let me try in another way by using the equation of the line how we could get the same answer. So as we said, that equation of the line parallel to x-axis, it is of the form y equal to a constant value. So definitely that if I do consider that standard form, it comes 0x plus y minus b equal to 0. That means here we are getting the coefficient of x as 0. So if I do consider the given line k minus 3 times x, the coefficient of x is k minus 3. So here I can easily equate k minus 3 with a 0. So we get k minus 3 equal to 0. Again the k equal to 0. So in both the conditions, either we are using the slope concept or equation of the line, we are getting the value of k as 3. Now let's move on to the next one. It is parallel to y-axis. The second case, it is parallel to y-axis. So the same concept of that slope, if you do consider, if a line is parallel to y-axis, what about the slope of the line? Slope of the line is undefined, or we could say that it is infinity. Infinity, we can represent it as 1 by 0. So we are getting the slope concept over here, the first of all. So let it be that equation of the line. Here it is x equal to. So here it is getting x equal to a constant value, say a. So let's consider the slope of the line parallel to y-axis. The slope m equals infinity. That means I can represent it as 1 by 0. So we got the slope over here, it as m equals minus k. That means minus a means k minus 3 divided by 4 minus k square. Already we got that value of that slope as m equals k minus 3 divided by 4 minus k square. So here we are replacing that m as 1 by 0 equals k minus 3 upon 4 minus k square. Do the cross multiplication. So we got over here 4 minus k square is equal to 0 and 4 equals k square. So taking the square root, k equals plus or minus 2. We are getting two values of k over here, k equal to plus or minus 2. So let's move on to the next one. It is when the line passes through the origin. Before that, let me give one more time that if it is x equal to a, that is the equation of the line parallel to y-axis. So definitely if you could represent in standard form, we will get it as x plus 0 times y minus a equal to 0. That means we can say that the coefficient of y is 0. So we can equate the coefficient of y with a 0. So negative 4 minus k square equal to 0. That means we are getting 4 minus k square equal to 0 by 1 means it is 0. 0 by negative 1 means it is 0. 4 minus k square. So k square equal to 4 and k equals plus or minus 2. So in both the cases we are getting the same answer for the value of k plus or minus 2. So let's move on to the next one. When the line passes through the origin. That is the third sub question in that one. C. When the point passing through the origin. Here when we do consider that line which passes through the origin, it is of the form ax plus by equal to 0. That means we can say that the constant value, here it is the line which passes through the origin, that is 0, 0. So if a line passes through the origin, we can say that equation of the line which passes through the origin, it is ax plus by equal to 0. We can use the concept of that equation passing through the origin, ax plus by equal to 0. So here we could say one thing, that constant value turns to be 0. So I can equate the constant c over here, it is from our equation, given equation k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. So let me solve this equation, the quadratic equation k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. As we know, we can use either the splitting the middle form or that quadratic formula to solve that equation. So here I do consider that splitting the middle term. So the sum it is negative 7 and the product of the numbers it is 6. So here we can take minus 6k minus 1k plus 6 equal to 0. So if you do consider the first two terms that k is common, we can take it out. K minus 6 is left over. minus 1 times k minus 6 equal to 0. That means k minus 6 is the common bracket for you. So here we will get it as k minus 6 times k minus 1 equals 0. We can equate each linear factor with a 0 to get the value for k. So k equals 6 or 1. So we are getting two values over here, k equal to 6 or 1. If you are not aware of that, the equation of the line which passes through the origin means we can consider that the point of the origin, it is 0, 0. The coordinates, we are well aware of that one. We can substitute in the given equation the value of x and y as 0, 0, and we can get the same answer over here. So if I substitute in the second method, if I do consider the origin, the coordinates as 0, 0. If you do consider that one, and I am substituting in the given equation that value of x as 0 and the value of y as 0, we are getting only k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. And here again I can solve that quadratic equation and we will get the same answer over here. Let's move on to the second question. Find the values of theta and p if the equation x cos theta plus y sin theta equals p is the normal form of the line root 3x plus y plus 2 equal to 0. We are familiar with that normal form of the line. It is x cos omega plus y sin omega equals p. So here, if we are having the comparison with our question, in place of omega, they have given theta. Only that much is the difference between that normal form, that equation, and the other one. That angle, it becomes theta and omega, doesn't matter for us. So here we are going to find out the value of theta and the value of p, the perpendicular distance from the origin that we are going to find out. And here, if we have look at that given question, first of all, we can express the given question in the form of that normal form x cos theta plus y sin theta equal to p. So only x and y terms are on their left hand side, and the right hand side we can shift that value of 2 to the right side. So here it comes that value as, here it is, root 3x plus y equals negative 2. If you do consider that x cos theta, so cos theta equals root 3. So if you do consider that value of cos, it does not lie between 0 and 90 degrees. So here we are going to consider the value between 0 and 90 degree means we are moving to the next form. The next step what we have to do means we are going to divide the entire equation by the square root of a square plus b square. So what is a and what is b? From the given equation, we can enlist the value of a, b and c. Here it is root 3x plus y plus 2 equal to 0 is the standard form given. So I am just comparing with the standard form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, and we can enlist the value of a as root 3 and b as 1. So let's substitute that value over here, the square root of root 3 square plus 1 square. What is root 3 square? That is 3 itself. We are getting 3 plus 1 under the square root. So the square root of 4, that means we are getting the answer as 2. One more thing has to be noted over here. Since it is negative, the distance, it can't be a negative value. So the negative has to be eliminated. So here we are going to divide the equation by negative 2. So dividing throughout by negative 2. Root 3 minus root 3 by 2x minus 1 by 2y equals 1. So here we got the value of p, the distance already we got from the equation as 1 itself, 1 unit. Now the next term, we just want to find out the value of theta. So if I just ignore that negative sign from that one, we could get cos theta equals root 3 by 2 and sin theta is 1 by 2. So we know root 3 by 2 means it is cos 30. So let me change in place of root 3 by 2 by cos 30. So here it comes minus x cos 30 minus y sin 30 equals 1. But again the problem here it comes. Our equation it is x cos omega or x cos theta plus y sin theta equal to p. But here it comes the negative sign. Again that negative has to be eliminated from the list. So let's consider the trigonometry. The first one, the second quadrant, third one and the fourth quadrant. In the first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. So the second quadrant, only the sign. So after school to college. So all positive in the first quadrant, and in the second quadrant sine is positive. In the third quadrant tan is positive, and in the fourth quadrant that cos is positive. So if you do consider, the first one means it is 180. Here it is 180. The first one it is theta, and the second one it comes 180 minus theta, and the third one 180 plus theta, and the last one 360 minus theta. So the first quadrant it comes theta, then 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, and the last one 360 minus theta, like that it comes. So if you do consider, both cos and sine are negative in the third quadrant. So here the third quadrant it is 180 plus theta. So here we can write down minus cos 30, it is equal to cos 180 plus 30. That means we are getting back cos 210. The same manner we can equate minus sin 30. Minus sin 30 we can replace by sin 180 plus 30. There is no change if you are considering even multiple. 2 times 90. Even multiple if you do consider, there is no change for that ratio. It remains as itself. The cos will be as itself cos, and the negative sign minus cos 30 means it will turn as that cos 180 plus 30 we are getting cos 210. The second one also we are getting sin 210. So here we got the correct one, x cos 210 plus y sin 210, that is equal to 1 itself. So the value of theta is 210 and value of p is 1. It is given in 210 means it is given in degree. So if you want to convert into radian, we can multiply that 210 by pi by 180. So we'll get the answer as 210 degree equals 210 multiplied by pi by 180. We can do the cancellation. So we are getting 7 pi by 6. So either in radian we can give the answer. The theta is 7 pi by 6 or theta equal to 210 degrees and p equal to 1. So let's move on to the next question, question number 3. So consider the question number 3. Find the equations of the lines which cut off intercepts on the axis whose sum and product are 1 and negative 6 respectively. Intercepts. So we know what is x-intercept and what is y-intercept. So a line, when it cuts on the x-axis, that point is referred to as the x-intercept. So it will come as a comma 0, and here it is y-intercept 0 comma b. So a is known as the x-intercept, that is the distance from the origin till that point, that is a, and here it comes b. So here it is the x-intercept and the other one it is y-intercept. Y-intercept. So here it is given that x-intercept a plus the y-intercept b gets you 1. At the same time, the product of the intercept x and y, a times b equals minus 6. So consider the 1 and 2 equations and we are going to solve that one. we can substitute a, here it is a plus b equal to 1. So the value of b from that 1, it is 1 equal, we are preferring that substitution method over here. B equals 1 minus a. So let's substitute the value of, here it is, the value of b we are getting it as b equals 1 minus a. So let's substitute the value of b equal to 1 minus a in the second equation. A times, in place of b we can write down 1 minus a equals negative 6. Let's expand. So a minus a square gets you minus 6, and we can transpose the whole term to the right hand side. So here we go, a square minus a minus 6 equal to 0. Again let's solve this quadratic equation. So a square minus 3a plus 2a minus 6 equal to 0. As minus 3 plus 2, the sum is negative 1. Minus 3 times 2, we are getting negative 6 as the product. So by solving that, we are getting a times a minus 3 plus 2 times a minus 3 equal to 0. So a minus 3 is the common bracket. Take it outside. A minus 3 times a plus 2 equals 0. So we'll get the value for a as a equals 3 or a equals negative 2. So we are getting two values of a. The corresponding values of b we can find out. B equals 1 minus a. So let's substitute the value of b equals 1 minus a. In the first case, the value of a is 3. So if I do substitute that, we are getting b equals 1 minus 3. The value it is negative 2. So for the value of a, 3, the corresponding value of b is negative 2. That is one set of values that what we got for a and b. Let's move on to the next one. When the value of a is negative 2, when the value of a is negative 2, b equals 1 minus a. That means we are getting b equals 1 minus minus 2 gets you 1 plus 2 equals 3. So we are getting, here it is, b equals 1 plus 2. B equals 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. So here we got two values so far. A equals negative 2 gets you b equals 3. So the second set of value, it is a negative 2 and b is 3. So by substituting the value in the intercept form, it is x by a plus y by b equals 1. We will get two equations of the line. So let's consider the first case. So in case 1, we can replace the value of a by 3 and the value of b by negative 2. So let us solve that. So here it is. By taking the LCM as 6, we will get it as x by 3 minus y by 2 equals 1. So the LCM is 6. 2x minus 3y equals 6. So that is the first equation of the line. 2x minus 3y equal to 6. So we can write down 2x minus 3y minus 6 equal to 0. That is the first equation. We are writing in the standard form. So here it comes, the first equation of the line. Let's consider the second case over here. The second case, the value of a is negative 2 and the value of b is 3. So let's substitute over here in the equation. So that is case 2. X by negative 2 plus y by 3 equals 1. Here also we can consider, here it as and say negative x by 2. So here it is that LCM again it is 6. So negative 3x plus 2y equals 6, or negative 3x plus 2y minus 6 equal to 0. So here we got the second equation, negative 3x plus 2y minus 6 equal to 0. These are the two equations of the line 2x minus 3y minus 6 equal to 0, and the second one minus 3x plus 2y minus 6 equal to 0.